going on, Al?
That right there is Crown Vic. Thing's pretty mint.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome to TEAMONEIL. My name is Drew. We get a lot of questions week in and week out about what vehicles are we using, why do we use them, and what modifications do we make to make them ready for the rigors of being a TEAMONEIL school car. So today we thought we'd just kind of walk you through the fleet, show you what modifications we do, why we make them, and what makes these cars really good for our different training purposes. So yeah, we're going to dive right in. We'll take a look at a Fiesta, and yeah, let's get going. So this is the first car you'll get acquainted with when you come to TEAMONEIL for rally school. This is just a non-turbo little Ford Fiesta. Might look like just a little economy car, but it is the perfect platform for teaching left foot braking and weight transfer. One of the things we do to help teach left foot braking with these cars, we remove the power brake system. So the braking feel is actually, it's a very hard pedal, which just makes things really easy getting used to the sensitivity of left foot braking. You know, it's a pretty foreign thing for your left foot to do. Like all the cars at TEAMONEIL, we get rid of all the electronic driver aids. So no ABS, no traction control. So it's all the driver doing all the work. We do roll cage and safety harnesses, you know, in the event, hopefully not, but in the event of an off-track excursion. We do heavy duty wheels. This one's running on some methods. We get some Sparcos out there, Bilstein or Koni suspension. But other than that, it's very close to just a stock Fiesta that you might go on Craigslist and pick up, which is one of the reasons TEAMONEIL is such a great place to come, because you're going to get really good at driving production-based vehicles. So that's the Fiesta. This is day one. This car doesn't really go away all week. This car is in days 1 through 5. Days 1 and 2, it's the primary vehicle you'll drive. But you know, it's funny, as you start trying different stuff, a lot of people start to gravitate back to the front-wheel drive Fiesta as the week goes on. So they're great little cars, lightweight, a lot of fun. So yeah, we like them a lot. All right, so from the front wheel drive Fiesta, you're gonna move up to one of these. This is a mid-2000 Subaru. I think this one's an 06 or an 07. It's a Hawkeye for all you Subaru guys out there. We get into this car in the end of day 2, depending upon how everyone's doing. The all-wheel drive cars definitely add a bit of a different element, but these cars are also, just like the Fiesta, they don't really go away all week. These non-turbo Subarus are in days 2 through 5. They're a really good car to train on, particularly for an all-wheel drive platform. So one of the things we do is, just like the Fiesta, get rid of all the driver aids, put in the roll cage, harnesses, skid plate, full underbody protection, Koni adjustable sport dampers, heavy duty wheels. Once again, this one's on some methods. But really, these cars are really, really good because they're representative of an entry-level rally car that you might actually go out and build. Same with the Fiesta as well, but a lot of our clients who are looking to maybe get into some actual rally racing, a lot of times they will actually go out and buy a Subaru like this and build that. So it's a really good car to get a lot of seat time in, which is one of the reasons why we have it. So yeah, they're a lot of fun. All right, so for our students who are staying through day 3, you guys are gonna get to play with these a little bit. These are our rear-wheel drive cars. Our rear-wheel drive platform of choice is the BMW 3 Series. This particular one is an E30 generation, so they made these from the late 80s to the early 90s. They are a huge amount of fun. They're under 3,000 pounds, got a good straight 6 engine in them. The problem with these is they're getting a little old. Parts can be a little bit hard to find. It's hard to find a good one for cheap money right now. You know, these are becoming classics. So that's why we've kind of started to shift towards the E46 3 Series. These are a little bit bigger, a little bit heavier. So in that respect, they might not be as well suited, but they get a little bit more power. And they're still really, really good for the rally training that we do out here. And they're really easy to find parts for. You can get them really cheap. And a lot of people are kind of moving this way. If you're looking for an older BMW to build into a track car or rally car, the E46 is a really good way to go. So we get into these cars, like I said, on day 3, but once again, they kind of don't go away throughout the week. Each thing kind of builds on the last. So, you know, you might start with these things on the skid pad, start spinning it out, and then by the end of the week, you're nailed on the road loops. So they're a good time for sure. Okay, so from the rear-wheel drive stuff, now we're moving up into the faster cars. These are our turbocharged cars. So for a front-wheel drive turbocharged car, we use this. This is a Ford Fiesta ST. These things are a riot. They're just a ton of fun, under 3,000 pounds, around about 200 horsepower. Just like the BMWs, we also do a limited slip diff. We run a Quaife limited slip diff in these. We also do a Mishimoto radiator in these. These cars are a little prone to overheating from the factory. Every car's got its Achilles heel. With this car, it's the cooling system. So a Mishimoto radiator really helps this car withstand the abuse here at TEAMONEIL. And then obviously the standard roll cage, skid plate, heavy duty wheels, Koni sport dampers, all that fun stuff. But these things they're a lot of fun. We get into these cars on day 5, maybe day 4 if everyone's doing well. Definitely kicking things up a notch when you get into these with speed. So they require a little bit of a different skill set, but they're a lot of fun. Same thing with the Subaru. The WRX is turbocharged, so it drives similarly to the other Subaru we were talking about earlier, but it's got a lot more power. So with these, pretty much same modifications, you know, just like all the other cars, very close to a stock WRX, once again, just for that extra training value. So these are also used just on days 4 and 5, but they're a lot of fun, a lot of fun. All right, so these are our off-road vehicles here at TEAMONEIL. We use these for kind of more specialized off-road training. They're not really for civilian classes, but what we have here is a Jeep Cherokee. It's an XJ generation. These were made kind of in the late 80s to the late 90s. We've had these for a while. They've been really good vehicles, but like the E30 I was talking about earlier, they're getting a little long in the tooth. Parts are a little harder to find, so we're starting to move up to these. This is a Toyota Tacoma. It's a mid-2000s generation. These are everywhere. They're super reliable. They're really, really good for us running a fleet of vehicles, and they're also representative of some of our clients who are going to go overseas. This is very similar to like a Hilux or something like that they might be driving. So it's good for that. We also use the Tacomas for high center of gravity, high speed training. It's a great platform for that. But once again, sticking with the TEAMONEIL ethos of do what you can with a stock vehicle. We might upgrade the suspension a little bit, maybe do a slight lift, depends upon the vehicle. We do upgraded tires. This one's still on some studded snow tires. So it kind of depends. These are a little bit more, not as rigid necessarily in terms of what we do to them, but they're extremely useful. We use them kind of for property maintenance around here, moving stuff around. So yeah, they serve our purposes really well, and they're good things to have in the fleet. All right, guys, so that's the fleet. As you can see, pretty diverse fleet of vehicles, lots of different types of drive wheels and suspension setups and engines, but that's what we love about it. There's a lot of variety, gives us a lot of opportunity to train different skills and make our students the best drivers they can be. So thank you for watching. Consider subscribing to the channel if you like what you see. There'll be plenty more great stuff coming down the pipeline. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them below. I'm more than happy to answer them. So have a good one. Thanks for watching.